It's time to go to work with Kansas City's entrepreneurs, inventors, brand builders, and business icons.
We think that being collaborative and gaining all the resources that you can is the best way to succeed in your company.
The good thing about our product is that there's no food coloring. Everything is natural.
It is your startup. It is your company. Who do you want to work with? What do you want to do for them?
Experience the hands-on fits and starts of innovative business building going on right here, right now, in our community. This is reality TV that works. Startups made in Kansas City.
Ok, Rosita, muy bien. Ok, Rosita, hoy es domingo, vamos a ver qué vamos a hacer hoy. Sabemos que es un día muy ocupado.
Ok, chicas, primero que nada, buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Vamos a hacer nuestra junta como todos los días antes de empezar a trabajar. Les pido, por favor, hoy es un día muy ocupado, va a haber mucha gente. Les pido que demos nuestro mejor esfuerzo, atendamos al cliente lo mejor que podamos, la mejor atención que podamos, lo más rápido. Ya saben, siempre con la mejor limpieza que podamos. Ok, chicas, a dar lo mejor de nosotros este día y la mejor sonrisa que tengamos.
Muy bien, sé que es domingo, obviamente hay mucha gente. Todos los domingos es igual, siempre tenemos mucha gente, pero hoy tranquilízate, relájense, no hay ningún problema, tómense tiempo para atender al cliente, pero con más rapidez también. No platiquen mucho, den lo mejor posible, sonrían y yo creo que eso va a ser algo que les va a ayudar a ustedes. Si tienen algún problema, por favor, está Rosita, está Lucy, yo, cualquier cosa, por favor háganoslo saber. Lucy, ¿tienes que decir algo?
No, si tienen algún comentario o alguien que tenga algo que saber, háganmelo saber y aquí estamos.
Claro que sí. Bueno, muy bien. Gracias. Bienvenidos a nuestro negocio de paleterías Tropicana. Tenemos aquí a Lucero, a Jennifer.
Hola, bienvenidos.
Bienvenidos, síganos.
Esto es nuestro negocio, Paleterías Tropicana.
Bienvenidos. Lo que queremos hacer es darles un tour a todos ustedes para que conozcan qué es lo que hemos hecho. Gracias a mi familia podemos hacer nuestro sueño realidad. Por favor, síganos. This idea came from my wife. A long time ago, she used to work for a popsicle store in Mexico, and they'll have a little more tools, a little more skills. And when she present to me, if we want to decide to put a business, she decide, why don't we just put the paleteria? And my answer was, I didn't know how to make the ice cream and popsicle. And she told me, you know what? You can learn. So I went to the internet, so I searched, how do you make ice cream and popsicle? So I have a little more answers, a little more details, how they make it, and that's the way how we start. And then the rest, it's like a passion. I have an experience in a restaurant, so what I did is combine the ideas to the restaurants and the ice cream, and this is what we have, and this is what we've done.
I was 8 years old when I got involved in all this, chopping fruit, counting money, cleaning from the floors to the walls to the fridge, washing dishes, attending people, giving them what they want. It was really fun. It was really fun.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud, teach my daughter how we learn, how we do in the business. I mean,
soon it will be my business,
that's
of
right.
course. Because as we started, we didn't have as many employees as we do now, so I would be in there helping them out. But it's actually turning out really great and really successful, and I'm so proud of my parents, proud of myself for helping them.
Queremos enseñarles lo que es la preparación de la cocina de Paleterías Tropicana.
And this is my favorite part of the whole place, is the kitchen.
Why? Go ahead, Jennifer.
Because this is where everything is made.
That's right.
All the food. My dad's he's a really hard pusher. He never wants to waste any minute. When I graduated, he doesn't want me to stop school, just keep going to school, 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 school. That's my #1 priority.
My name is Andrew Morales, and I'm a good friend of Jose Luis's. We've been together 9 years working on his Paleteria Tropicana concept. He's come quite a ways here now, 5 units strong, and we're growing every day. We do quite a bit of research and development together. We're constantly looking for new ideas and exotic fruits to do different things with.
Wow, look at this, what we did.
Oh man, it's been 9 years. This place hasn't grown a bit, has it?
I know, yes, correct. I remember, those days when we started, I mean, that was really hard. 16, 14 hours working a day, my 2 daughters working with us, my wife, by myself, that was hard, but still.
Looking for new customers and new ideas.
Right. I remember when we passed a little samples for our customer, try this one, try different flavors of the ice cream,
It worked out just great.
That's right, that was working. Doing the ice cream, just show, our culture, how we made our products in Mexico to bring the concept here in Kansas. Wow, that's amazing.
Jose Luis's Paleteria Tropicana is so different, is that it's a lot of our culture from back in Mexico, bringing it to the United States. But at the same time, he does put a lot of his own touches to it as to where we're using quality products.
The good thing about our product is that there's no food coloring. Everything is natural. There's no artificial flavors. It's just 100% just fruit. We add a little bit of sugar.
Because the fruit, they have their own sugar.
Yeah.
And that's why we are different with another stores, because we use like 100% fruit.
Bueno, de hecho, lo que es un poquito más difícil es encontrar a mis trabajadoras que, pues, de hecho, son personas excelentes, que necesito que me den el 100% de todo lo que hacemos y sobre todo que agarren la experiencia que tienen para que el servicio sea más rápido.
We have 5 stores. We have 5 store locations in Kansas and Missouri as well. And we're growing as we done. Our goals is to have open more Paleterias Tropicana, all over the country.
Paleteria Tropicana does have potential to be a national competitor in the marketplace. It does offer quite a bit of growth and variety, and a lot of what Latinos are looking for, and Anglos are becoming very, very educated on our culture and through our food.
I think the part of the success in our business is because we create our own recipes and we make our authentic Mexican food. And when the people, they taste it, they taste the different, the real authentic Mexican food. Estoy muy orgulloso de poder presentarles la familia de Paleterías Tropicana. Son carritos de paletas. En México son muy populares y de verdad quise traerlos aquí a los Estados Unidos para que puedan poder servirme de buena presentación de lo que nosotros sabemos hacer en México, es vender buen producto de calidad. Y esto de verdad que son mis bebés, también son parte de la familia de Paleterías Tropicana. Estos, de verdad, los quiero mucho. Combined with the business that we're doing and to have our family, like it's double success. We really enjoy it to have my family together. And they can tell, Jen?
We enjoy it.
We enjoy it. We're working so hard, as anybody, but working hard and have this compliment, like forget about the hard things, right?
¿El abrazo?
This is reality TV that works. Startups, made in Kansas City.
I am Travis Doyle, and with Lee Page, one of my best friends. We started Page Communications. We are a full-service public relations firm here in Kansas City. We focus on full public relations, which includes elements of branding, positioning, messaging, social media, community influencers, and community partnerships to push our clients out there in the best possible light that we can.
Startup issues and challenges can include everything from small things like, do you have a domain name for your business? Working with a lawyer to register the domain name, register your company name, trademark your company name, because you don't know, even now, more than ever, people can pull that away from you in social media, use it. Even before you start your business, take steps to protect your brand, to protect your reputation and your image.
Some of the challenges of a startup, communication. You think that at a PR agency we would have that down pat, but we didn't. Even with 2 people, you have to be always meeting, always talking about what the other's working on, just because you want to always be working towards the same goals for not only your clients, but also your agency, your business, your startup. I think another challenge is realizing that you now are doing everything, not just the PR side in our case, and not just the accounts side, but we are also doing financials. We're responsible for every aspect of the business.
I'm not an accountant. I'm not a lawyer. So finding the right resources and people that you trust and believe in to educate you about taxes, financials, withholdings, and taking those steps to have those in place. When we left our former position, we needed to start with computers. We needed to start new with phones. We needed to start with office furniture. Thankfully, we have relationships with people that provide each of those services and brought great resources to us in a short amount of time that we were able to build on and develop, from us moving from basically a stamp of an office to an envelope size of an office that maybe we might get to a whole sheet of paper one day. Look at your budget, look at your clients, see what the right mix is, and along the way, evaluate the relationships and the tools you're doing, because it is a challenge when you start up, but it's a headache if you get a few months or years down the road and realize you didn't have somebody advise you right, or you didn't know something. It is your startup, it is your company. Who do you want to work with? What do you want to do for them? And knowing that. My business partner and I sat down for a number of times and created a budget, down to everything from how much we would be spending on the phones, to office supplies, to memberships. All those things you should take into consideration is a thorough budget to help you through the year, because then you know how much capital or how much money you really need to start up.
The importance of public relations for a startup is essential. It's really the communication of who you are to your business community, the people that are really going to affect your revenue flow and your bottom line. The startup climate in Kansas City is really exciting right now, and all of those startups have a story to tell, and they need to tell it. I mean, we're pulling professional skills from the coast in. It's really a paradigm shift. It's exciting to see. We have, the onset of Google Fiber, which is just an incredible resource that we have here in Kansas City, coming to the Midwest, and we're doing things here that no other place in the nation is doing.
Yeah, we posted on Facebook and Twitter that we were filming for Startups KC on KCPT's new show, and that was just a few minutes ago, and somebody just drove by and honked and gave us a big thumbs up. So, and they were pointing at their phone that they just had seen it. So that's a great feeling.
This is reality TV that works. Startups, made in Kansas City.
Hi, I'm Sarah Heeman, and I am the Director of Marketing Operations at the Enterprise Center of Johnson County. I'd like to welcome you to our Venture Development Organization. We're a nonprofit in Johnson County that helps startup companies and early stage businesses, either through consulting, providing office services, networking opportunities, access to angel capital, and also entrepreneurial education workshops. One of the great resources here is Jen Hackett. She is our administrative assistant and office manager. She's the first point of contact to anyone who comes into the Enterprise Center. She greets guests, receives packages, sorts the mail, answers the phone, pretty much does anything that anybody needs help with in the center. The Enterprise Center facility is located in Lenexa, Kansas. We have a large 13,000 square foot flexible office-based solution for entrepreneurs with offices ranging from smaller 175 square foot spaces. This is one of our larger offices.
So the Enterprise Center began back in 1995, really through the vision of many of the community leaders here in Johnson County. Business incubation is what it was called then, and still today. Was just new to our community at that point, to help young companies grow, and it was really part of an economic development strategy to grow our own companies in our community rather than just to attract companies to our community from outside. So my name is Joel Wiggins, and I'm the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Enterprise Center of Johnson County. We are a business assistance center here that helps businesses start up in Johnson County. And when we mean startup, we're talking about companies that generally have maybe a business plan, maybe not, just one or two people, and oftentimes are looking for help to help them grow their companies.
Me as an entrepreneur really appreciate the value that we derive from the Enterprise Center of Johnson County. I mean, Joel Wiggins and Rick Vaughn and even the receptionist and the other consultants here help us whenever we have a need or want to bounce something off of them. And many times Joel and Rick have actually come in and helped us put together presentations and given us feedback on how to present things better. And Property Track is a web-based facility management and operations management tool set, so it keeps everyone accountable and writes a record, much like Carfax for buildings, everything that's happened to the building during the time that Property Track has been implemented. Really, this center is really excellent for any entrepreneur because the cost is right, the facilities are wonderful, everything's very clean, it's consistent and secure, great conference rooms and big presentation rooms if you have a big meeting or something, which we've had a couple.
One of the great resources here is our conference room. Anybody that is a client of the Enterprise Center of Johnson County gets to use this facility. It's completely high-tech. We have lots of workshops here, and even today we're going to be leading a workshop on advanced Facebook for business. That'll be led by a member of the social media community in Kansas City. One of the great benefits of the Enterprise Center of Johnson County is our shared resources. In this room, any tenants or affiliate companies get to use our copy machine for scanning, faxing, printing. It's wired to their computers in their offices, so it's very easy to use. We also have mailboxes, shared United States Postal Service, UPS, FedEx, and as well as confidential shredding services, all provided complimentary and billed as use. The advantage of having shared resources when you're a startup company is that you don't have to put the upfront capital into investing in a large copy machine or having someone be available to answer your phone calls or sort your mail or help you put together a FedEx shipment. Money is tight when you're a startup, and this helps ease them into really focusing on what their most important thing, and it's their business.
We're working with companies in the IT area, some medical device companies, some biotechnology companies, and companies that have an intention to grow and generate jobs and wealth in our community.
I'm Angela Krups, and I'm president of Kansas Bio. We are a 501c3 industry organization for bioscience, covering the human, animal, and plant science technologies. And we work with entrepreneurs at small and large companies in bioscience to help get them further faster. Bioscience in Kansas is actually growing at twice the national average, and our bioscience industry jobs in Kansas are growing 4 times faster than any other sector of jobs in Kansas. So there's a tremendous amount of opportunity in bioscience industry growth. We decided to locate here at the Enterprise Center of Johnson County so that we could be close to the emerging companies and provide connectedness with the bioscience industry. So we're connecting the benefits of small companies and additional resources that are provided here at the Enterprise Center with the services that are provided by very large companies.
Hi, my name is Gary Hicks. I'm the CEO of Skill Sniper LLC. Come on in. This is our office here at the Enterprise Center of Johnson County. And over here we've got Tim and Jim. And if you come this way, this is where I sit right here. And it's not fancy, but when you're an entrepreneur, you make do with what you can. We created a technology to match employers and job seekers faster. This targeted technology will allow employers to find job seekers at a much higher rate. And I think for any entrepreneur, especially in this Midwest region, it does help to have a great ecosystem of entrepreneurs around. There's so many things with the Kauffman Center here, the Pipeline, the Enterprise Center. There's a lot of different things going on in this area for entrepreneurs, and it's really starting to get on the map. It's not just Silicon Valley anymore, but there's other areas that are making big impacts on entrepreneurship. We
often think of helping these companies in 4 ways. I like to call them the 4 M's. So we talk about magic, money, management, and marketing. Most of the companies have some sort of interesting technology or business model. We call that their magic. Whatever it is in their dark black box that they don't like to talk about and they're developing. And we usually expect the company to know what they're doing in that space. But we come alongside of them and help them with the other 3 M's, which are money. They often need other people's money to launch. Marketing, helping them understand their customer set and their marketplace and competitors in the marketplace. And then also their management team, helping them identify good people, managers, advisors, and so forth in the community. And so we come alongside of them and help them in those ways.
I think one of our entrepreneurs' favorite things about this center is the free coffee that's available. It's also a great gathering place. People tend to always meet around here in the mornings, about mid-morning and mid-afternoon when they need a little bit of caffeine. If they're lucky, we'll have some free food available for our entrepreneurs, and they also get shared dishes, microwave, ice maker, refrigerator, fridge, and a place to kind of sit down, relax, enjoy, catch up on the news, grab a snack from the vending machines, and just get together with some of their fellow entrepreneurs in the building.
One of the great benefits of being part of the Enterprise Center is the opportunity to interact with other people. Companies that are starting out and entrepreneurs, advisors, entrepreneurs in residence, investors, and people who understand how to build businesses. Starting companies is a risky adventure, probably an exhilarating adventure, but oftentimes it ends up in failure because the entrepreneur just doesn't seek out help. They think they understand how to do everything on their own, or they don't want to share their ideas, or they don't want to become part of a larger network. And we think that being collaborative and gaining all the resources that you can is the best way to succeed in your company.
One of the most important resources we have at the Enterprise Center of Johnson County is people, and that includes the Women's Business Center. Hey Brandy, how are you doing?
Sarah, how are you?
Good. Anything new and exciting going on?
When I first purchased the company, my first place was to go to the Women's Business Center, which is part of the Enterprise Center of Johnson County. And the reason I chose that, I had been in operations and working for a company for many years and knew a lot about the operational side, but I needed a lot of the financial side, the marketing side, the legal side, and the Women's Business Center was able to offer all that and some great programs to help me.
I'm Brandy Stitt. I'm the program director for the Women's Business Center. We provide assistance to women of all different demographics on both sides of the state line. Our role is to provide counseling services, training courses, and some funding assistance for women that are wanting to start a business or have an existing business that they want to grow and take to the next level.
Well, my company is NCES, and my name is Chris Jackson, and I'm the owner. And we are a company that provides nutrition education materials to hospitals, health departments, schools. And I first came to know the WBC when the doors were open. It was back in 2000, and I came and I was looking for some help to help me kind of guide my business, and I ended up joining one of their roundtable groups. And so early on, they provided that direction and even the learning opportunities for help me to learn the fundamentals of business and to help me grow my business. The Women's Business Center has provided a lot of mentoring programs that I've been involved in, and they've had some great talent, people here in Kansas City that are so willing to lend of their time and talent and help other business owners. I've been on both sides of that. I've been a mentee and a mentor, and I can say that the program is just a win-win. A lot of networking events go on here, training programs, and everything is really geared and focused on relevant material for business owners and to help them grow their businesses.
When I moved here in 2005 from Austin, Texas, I didn't really know where entrepreneurs went to find the kinds of financial help that they need to grow their businesses. So we launched the Mid-America Angel Network in 2006 and also the Women's Capital Connection in 2008. And since that time, we've worked with hundreds of investors to invest more than $10 million into 29 companies here in our region.
A lot of times I'll meet with somebody, they won't even know for sure if they're ready to raise capital for their business or if they might need a little bit more education on starting a business. If they are truly ready to get angel funding, then I work with them on getting their pitch ready. The main thing that the angels are after is, can this entrepreneur do what they say they're going to do? Now, angel investing comes down a few steps as far as raising money for your business. The entrepreneur really needs to put their own dollars into their business first. Then they kind of need to look around for friends and family money, they call it sometimes friends, family, and fools money. And they need to find some strategic people surrounding them to get that next push up the ramp. Then it might be time for the angels to look at their deal and to invest in their deal. Now, angels really only look at deals that are highly scalable, because angel investors don't get their money back out of the company until that entrepreneur exits.
Kansas City is undergoing an entrepreneurial boom. There's an explosion of opportunities for entrepreneurs to find help from incubation programs. Funding is becoming more readily available for companies. So it's a great area to start a company and to grow a company.
A co-production of KCPT and Outpost Worldwide, at home in Kansas City. Production, post, content.